Hello there. So it's the fault of cautious lawyers in the UK for slowing down our efforts to sanction oligarchs before they can move their wealth out of reach. How come other countries can sanction Russian oligarchs by the truckload and at the drop of a hat, but we can't? Now, it may be that Tory ministers are uneasy about defunding their major donors and mates, but it's also being reported that government lawyers are worried about a repeat of a previous case in 2019 when the UK had to fork out over £1 billion to an Iranian bank for getting a sanctions case wrong, to the point the court called it arbitrary and irrational. And the Telegraph quotes an unnamed government source as saying that if an oligarch is going to sue over sanctions, then the one place it is going to happen is here. Since when has that ever bothered government before? They love chucking our money away on legal cases. And what's the source saying? That the UK banking system is riddled with loopholes, and that the UK legal system is riddled with lawyers and judges all queuing up to use those loopholes to help their rich buddies and clients while shafting the UK taxpayer. Well, I suppose that if your economy relies on dodgy money, then you've got to have a dodgy system to service it. A system that sets the law to allow dodgy money in, and that can use human rights laws to ensure it's hard to identify that money, let alone separate it from its dodgy owners. Anyway, the report says that according to officials, banning people from the UK and seizing their money has to be done carefully, and it takes time. Weeks and months, in fact. Or more likely, until a whole new set of loopholes can be identified for them to use. What a system. Steal money off the Russian people, launder it through London and donate to the Tories, and you can get instant citizenship and an honour. Too poor to pay for your TV licence? And it's up in front of the beak for a fine you can't afford, as well as potential spells in clink. And with taxes going up soon, as well as this ever-increasing cost of living crisis, the ordinary person is going to find it harder and harder to get ends in the same ballpark, let alone get to make ends meet. And there are already reports that petrol station forecourts are seeing more people driving off without paying. And this is not just a UK phenomenon. The NL Times is also reporting the same thing is happening in the Netherlands. So fuel pump prices will have to be further jacked up to cover the cost of this to petrol station operators, just like shops have to cover the cost of shoplifting. And I bet petrol thieves will be dealt with well before those engaging in dodgy finance. Won't be long until we all have to prove we've got the money before the fuel is pumped, and have no choice but to use debit and credit card pre-approved self-service pumps. But if we're at this stage already, what does the future hold when ordinary people can no longer afford to drive or travel to work to earn enough to eat, live and commute to work? I know. Let them bake a cake.